Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, kings, queens, mighty knights, and mages, how is everybody doing tonight? My name is MannyorSonny, and I'm going to be casting this game tonight for the Prophecy Cup between the teams of Yeet Street, who's going to be on the blue side for our first game, and Glacial Uprising, who's going to be on the red side for tonight. Now, I had a casting partner set. His name, off the top of my head, it's killing me. The saved one. The saved one. However, he was having a sore throat and he didn't want to, come on air and sit here sounding like he had a rasp voice and things like that, which I respect from him. And so I allowed him that right. That's fine. But so I'm going to be solo casting tonight, which I have no problem with. I've done it before, and the show must go on regardless of any circumstances. So we may not get that high quality, in-depth analysis that this talented team of color casters we have normally brings. But I'm sure I can fill you guys in with my experience from that mid to low gold level that I know all about through years of League of Legends. But anyway, like I said, this game tonight is going to be between Yeet Street, Glacial Uprising. If we take a quick look over at the standings just so we can see how everyone's matching up coming into this game. Well, first of all, let me introduce the lineup for both teams. So for Yeet Street, the lineup they seem like they're going to be running tonight is going to consist of Zero Battery, aka Vagar at support, Charlie Smells in the mid lane, T-Crank on AD carry, Trie in the jungle, and Joe Sidon in the top lane. Meanwhile, for the side of Glacial Uprising, their team consists of Death Design in the top lane, Fizzy in the mid lane, their captain Shay Vizsla is the mid lane, or as you heard, Fizzy in the jungle, their captain Shay Vizsla in the mid lane, Steel on AD carry, and MannyorSonny on support. And then moving on to the standings for both of these teams. So both of these teams have secured a playoff spot. However, it is still a complete freebie who's going to get this quarterfinal bye secured. Right now we have a four-way tie for first in terms of points between Glacial Uprising, Yeet Street, Outbreak, and Team Spankbank. However, Yeet Street and Outbreak both have one more match to play, compared to Glacial Uprising. Glacial Uprising and Spankbank have 2 left to play, and Yeet Street and Outbreak, Yeet Street and Outbreak both have 3 left to play. So this is going to be a fight to see who can secure this last spot, because Glacial Uprising, if they were to lose this 2-0, it almost guarantee Yeet Street their spot, because Yeet Street would still have 2 more games that they can take off teams need to tie. Yeet Street, although they haven't tied yet this season, they have 3 wins. Their match record is 3 wins, 1 loss, 0 ties. Meanwhile, Glacial Uprising is sitting here with 2 wins, 0 losses, and 3 ties. Looking at the rest of the standings while we're here, we have those 4, as I mentioned, Glacial Uprising, Yeet Street, Outbreak, and Team Spankbank that are tied for first. And then at 5th place, we have Astora sitting in with 7 points with a series record of 2-3-1. They are sitting at 7 points, 3-7 overall. So they only have 1 match left to play, which is against A2O White. And that'll be on Saturday, September 30th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you want to come check that out. Meanwhile, below them, we have A2O Black, A2O White are tied for the 6th place seed. So only one of them can qualify for playoffs. We have a 1 win, 1 loss, 2 tie record. Interesting. So in theory, it is possible for Astora to not qualify. So let me think about this. So Astora, if they were to get 2-0, if they were to get 0-2'd, A2O White 2-0's their last game, and then we'll look at Astora versus A2O. How did that go? A2O White, A2O White, A2O White, A2O White, A2O. Apologize while I'm looking. Oh, A2O White versus Astora is. So yeah, that game. So that's actually going to decide who gets this 5th seed then, if I'm not mistaken, since they both. So if A2O White 2-0's Astora, and they'll also have the head-to-head, and then, hold up, no. Let me slow down. I'm sitting here thinking like this LCS, like we played a full, like, 20-plus game season. when we're doing our tiebreakers a little different. So our tiebreaker, we're going to go from points. Points are tied. I believe we're going to go to series. This is off the top of my head, so if any of the council members want to correct me or someone else who's read the rules better than I can correct me, please feel free. Off the top of my head, after that we go into series record, in which case A2O White would have the better series record because they have one less, because they'll have the win. They'll have the 2-3 and 2 versus Astor's 2-4 and 1. So they'll secure that spot. And then A2O Black still has 3 matches to play, so they definitely have their fate's in their hands whether they qualify for playoffs. A2O Black still has to play Yeet Street, which is going to be Saturday, September 40th at 4 p.m. They'll play a game against Outbreak, which is going to be both of these are going to be hard-fought matches for them. So what are predicted? Both of these teams are predicted to take everything this season. And then A2O Black actually has to play A2O Blue on Sunday, October 1st, the former Dyslexia United, who unfortunately has already been eliminated from the playoff race. So that's where we're standing in terms of overalls. That's where we're standing in terms of everything in terms of the league. Next thing I want to talk about, I'm going to go into some statistics. Do I want to do that? Alright, whoever said Dick Soft in chat, I'm gonna let that go. I love how you guys just say it twice anyway. I think you think I have a color? Well, interesting. APC? Who is APNC? Is he back? APNC, the guy with his name in Greek letters. Yeah, APNC, come jump down in here. Please do. Very much appreciated, Cup. My Eve isn't clean. Look, okay. You're going to leave my Evelyn alone. You're going to leave that alone, okay? I just want to have fun in a game of League of Legends. Hello? Best design, if you're not speaking. Hello?
Hey. Yeah, he's muted. The other guy's not going to talk to you right now.
Koreaboo? Yeah, I'm already understanding Koreaboo. I'm not talking about him.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, though. I'm just going to exercise some initiative right there. Drop him back in with his team. And ANPC, you could come back. Baby, come back. But yeah, you're not going to attack my Eve Evelyn. Because I've always found that weird, right? We call her Evelyn when you're playing her, like, her full name, but then the abbreviation Eve. Because you wouldn't say Evelyn. Like, people would look at you like you were dropped in your head as a kid if you said Evelyn. She's not even that bad, you know. Anyway, let's talk. Oh, this Eve rework. So for those who haven't, you know, played League of Legends in a while and aren't tracking, Evelyn has a complete game update, visual game update, as they like to call it. That's what they did for Galio. That's what they did for. That's what they like the complete rework they did for Galio, Scion, Warwick, where champions were outdated and they completely rechanged them, their looks and everything. So big things about Evelyn. Her passive now. Passive, Demon Shade. After avoiding combat for a few seconds, Evelyn is enveloped in Demon Shade. If Evelyn's help with the low, she'll recover quickly while this ability is active. Starting at level 6, Demon Shade also grants Camouflage. Bam! So right there, Evelyn pre-6 does not have the stealth that we've all known her for. So that absolute insane early game pressure that most people think of when they think of Evelyn isn't going to be a thing anymore. So you guys are going to have to, you know, be ready for this new champion to take the Rift by storm. Or not this new champion to take the Rift by storm. You're going to have to be ready for, you know, because I know some people, this might just be me, but if I'm playing against an Evelyn jungle, I don't even bother. Like, I don't bother warding my lane. I try to ward her camps. Because I'm like, I need to at least see who her jungle pathing is, because warding my lane, unless it's a pink ward, is not going to help at all. But now that it is pre-6 anyway, that might be something you want to remember to do. Go back to warding against Evelyn like you do with most junglers. Moving on, the rest of her kit, Q hate spike. Evelyn lashes out in a target direction, dealing damage to the first unit hit. If the lash strikes a target, Evelyn's next 3 spells or attacks that on that target will deal additional damage. If the struck monster's target is a monster, a significant chunk of Hate Spike's cooldown will be refunded. So this is to help Evelyn with her jungle clear. Riot still wants to keep that identity she had. After the initial cast, Evelyn can recast Hate Spike up to 3 times to fire a line of spikes to the nearest enemy. The spikes do damage to all enemies hit. Hate Spike prioritizes the enemy area with attacking. So Q doesn't sound too much different. You still want to make sure you're lining up the jungle camps as you're if you're jungling as Evelyn, like make sure all the raptors get in line so they get hit by the spikes. And I invite guests to give predictions about this game. If you could spell predictions right, sure. Anyway, Lust Dust. Evelyn briefly curses a target champion or monster, revealing her location to the target. Hitting the cursed target with basic attacks or either other spells will expunge the curse. Refunding Last Dust mana cost significantly, slowing the target. If the curse lasts for at least a couple of seconds, expunging it will charm the target. If the target is an enemy champion, their magic resistance will be reduced for a few seconds. If the target is a monster, the length of the charm will be increased and the spell will deal bonus damage. Casting Lust Dust does not break Demon Shade's camouflage. So you can use this on somebody, and they can know where you're at, but their team won't know. So the person that gets hit will know it's been cast on them, but they won't know where Evelyn is at, if that makes sense. Whiplash. Evelyn impales an enemy with her lashers, applying on-hit effects and dealing damage as a percentage of the target's maximum health. Evelyn is then granted a short burst of movement speed. Entering Demon Shade upgrades Evelyn's next Whiplash into a Power Whiplash. Excuse me. In Power Whiplash, Evelyn pulls herself to a target before impaling them, then deals Whiplash effects to a target and all nearby enemies. So there's that. And then here is Evelyn's ultimate. Evelyn unleashes a demonic energy, becoming untargetable and decimating enemies in front of her. She then warps backwards. The ability deals bonus damage to low health enemies. So this is going to make post 6 Evelyn is going to be a tower diving terror. Because she makes her untargetable in the air, kind of like Xayah. Then she jumps back out of tower range. Like, Xayah just kind of leaps up in the air. Evelyn's going to instantly teleport back, like, once she casts it. That's insane to me. Like, so they're taking away her pre-6 power, but this is a huge buff. Like, a level 6 Evelyn saying, you know what? I'm going to dive top lane. Unless your jungler is up there, this is going to be a really, really easy dive to execute. Like, Evelyn goes in, tanks tower for the first 2 shots. She ults, she casts her ult on you. She gets out. Her top laner tanks 2 tower shots, and like they can very easily tank the 4 or 5 shots needed for most dives. Her skins, we've seen a lot of the community up in air about these about how they've redone her skins. Like Tango Eve, her splash art, man, makes me. Her splash art has blonde. I'm beating a dead horse. Her splash art has like blonde hair, and it looks like, ooh, looks nice. But no, that's not how she looks. She looks absolutely disgusting, like the in-game model. All right, I love how you guys just don't care about the bot. You guys will try and type things twice to get around it. Like, I find that hilarious. Plum. Oh, there he is. If you want to speak up, you can unmute your mic and you can communicate with society. That's it. Jenka Best Mid, who are you anyway? Oh, XY, I'm wrong. You can't like put these suggestions out there and then not be anywhere. Like, all right. Anyway, Hey, shout out to whoever had that follow over on my personal channel. I appreciate that. I don't know why it's giving me notifications for that still. Let's say that. Plum, hello, good. Hold up, wait a minute. How you finna join? I'm sorry, guys. I'm waiting for this guy to. I'm about to call him because he was just here, and I'm really trying to figure out because I want to give this. I want to give new people a chance. Is my thing, right? Like, I want to try and diversify my pool of casters. You know what? Yeah. Yeah. This is what we're gonna do. Everyone's bullshitting. The real Jacob would have posted this. I like that. Calling out Jenkins chat. Once again, guys, just to give a quick explanation, one of the players for Glacial Uprising got caught in traffic real bad. Overall, he got caught in traffic on the East-West Highway, and we're still waiting for him to get back. So I'm just kind of trying to fill the gap void until then, talking about other things. And other news in the League of Legends community. Ooh, hold up. This is Masters. H2K Gaming. A better EU LCS future together. I think Reddit broke the website because it's actually just not opening in any way, shape, or form. These people are making me salty. Anyway, going down. Open letter to the EUS with current owners and management of H2. So I'm reading this just as you guys do. So we're gonna learn this. We're gonna learn this spicy piece of news. When the current owners and management of H2K acquired a controlling interest in December of 2015, the objectives were to build a successful esports franchise while together with Riot and other teams also bring the shape and values of emotional growth of young players. Blah, 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 blah. Today, that doesn't exist with 4 of the major teams seeking to leave Europe and H2K, including that the financial and operating structure of the EU LCS requires them to withdraw from the league. Clearly, something is wrong with this picture. The reset button must be hit. Rather than an open and transparent ecosystem, we have confidentiality and lack of information. Rather than a collaborative effort, we have Riot making all the significant decisions, while largely ignoring the informed views of the teams and players. Rather than the ecosystem providing for the mutual best interests of all the participants, and the teams are forced into financially weak positions while creating player instability and uncertainty. By contrast, were Riot to shift direction, a strong and vibrant EU LCS ecosystem would emerge for the benefit of Riot, the team, the member players, and the European community. With European teams able to compete for top talent, enthusiastically engage in significant branding activities on behalf of themselves, the players in Riot, fan interest in you. Where was I? Blah, blah. Fan interest in the European community would blossom. Based on a relatively level playing field, a natural and strong rivalry between Europe and NA would drive significant broadcasting, advertising, sponsorship, and other revenues. Working together, Riot, the team owners and player representatives, would develop cooperative, strategic approaches to generate excitement and success throughout Europe. Sounds familiar? It's the NA franchising system without franchising. a unique regional model designed for Europe. To make it succeed with the existing team's legacy teams no longer subsidizing Riot, had their committed involvement in Europe. It requires Riot to provide the legacy teams collectively with a guaranteed yearly approximate 6.5 million euros. The legacy teams should be beneficiaries of such guaranteed support because of their prior multi-million dollar investments in the EU LCS, their continuing branding and promotion of League of Legends, and the commitment of many thousands of hours of management and owner time to the success of the teams, players in the European League of Legends Championship Series. Of course, should it occur, all 24 teams in the respective league will participate in revenue sharing. Small price to pay for future harmony cooperation in EU LCS prosperity when the sales of one skin and one icon during Worlds for only 6 weeks generates revenue of approximately 18 to 20 million euros. These funds can be generated yearly by Riot, permitting European fans to design and purchase one skin for each spring and summer split. The support of European fans will determine the success of this program. This funding approach has the benefit of leaving untouched the approximate 2 billion annual in-game sales made by Riot, while allowing European fans to directly support the European League of Legends Championship Series. So let's hit the reset button and move forward with a clear and simple plan. Richard Lip, Board Co-Chairman, H2K. Susan Tully, CEO, H2K, September 28, 2017. So, okay, so it looks like he's logging on right now. You sit back and when I fall and then I heard a lot of women that tell me what they can do if you show me. So yeah, reading this. So it feels like, so essentially it sounds like a lot of European teams do not like what's going on in EU compared to what's going on in NA, because the EU scene, for those who don't know, basically Riot's trying to take some sort of, they're trying to do this weird system where like each team picks a headquarters city, and that's where they're based out of, and they're gonna have like 4 smaller leagues, kind of like how you're gonna have like it's supposed to be, what is it? It was London, Barcelona, Paris, and Berlin, I think, were the cities that the teams chose, and then they'd have, you know, teams based in those cities. And they were also talking about doing some sort of national league where based off the team's headquarters. So they'd have an English league, and then they'd have a Spanish league, and then a German league, and it just, the system was not, it did not sound, it sounded like it just split up the competition pool too much. While EU does have a larger pool of champions, I feel like it just splits up the good teams that we know in the EU LCS too far. It's not a good idea. But at the end of the day, what's up, like, all these players, if they were to play in solo queue, pretty much anyone that's on a challenger and like an NALCS team, they're all about mechanically the same skill level. The difference comes in things like decision making and team cohesion, team play, shot calling, team fighting ability, things like that. That's what separates SKT. Well, let me not use them. That's what separates Unicorns of Love, the best team to ever grace Europe, from, you know, Misfits, a team that's only watched by garbage, that's only supported by garbage, hard-stuck Diamond 5 80 carries. And yeah, so hopefully, Riot, you know, reads this, takes this into consideration, because I don't want to see EU die. That's not what I want to see. Ooh. That was an interesting little tidbit, little article to read. Anyway, we're gonna look at my profile. When did I get honor level 3? Anyway, but yeah, that's interesting thing going on in the league community. For those who care about the professional circuit, let me say that. Looking onto the public beta environment, coming on the 28th. Change the game flow now in PvE. Change your party's game mode, no problem. Which captain party can change the game mode to large without having to back. If your party member hears a little sound of boop, you're in the game. Oh, that is so nice. So now you don't. Oh my god, yes. Oh my, don't stop. No, let me stop. Anyway, oh my god, that looks so nice. So, Riot's making it so you can change what game mode you're playing without having to remake the lobby. Excuse me. Ready when you want onto the EOG screen. Party members now click to play again on the EOG screen to return to the lobby. So you click it, everyone in your lobby can see that you are not ready. Click play again when you're ready to play, and all party members are ready. The captain can automatically. Remember position preferences. Your position preferences will be remembered through game flow. So if you're playing multiple ranked games or draft games, anything in the position, you'll remember your position from game to game. When you click play again, you have to pick them again to change the game modes or reload. Note this game flow will call normal draft, ranked flex, solo do, blah blah blah. So basically, they're just making. They're making it so you can grind quick. They're taking away like the couple of seconds it takes with various things in Champ Select. Runes Reforged, still getting testing. Caitlyn changes, making Ace in the Hole. So Ace, increasing Ace in the Hole damage by 15 at each rank. Draven damage going up. Ezreal damage going up. Graves damage going up. And Hecarim damage going up. Janna changes that were originally going to go in PvE. Riot was like, fuck that, and they sent out a little hotfix because Janna was about to be busted for a whole nother patch. SMD rocket from Jinx, 10 damage at every level. A lot of buffs coming through. Pantheon, Kindred, Kayn, Varus, Vayne. Says, yes, can we get an update? So, quoting the league rulebook on AFKs. Let me open it up. This game technically, if Yeet Street wanted to, this technically could be over because the set time they had for this match, according to the schedule, was 6:45. 6:45 Eastern Daylight Time. However, if we go down to the rules for the league, Season 2 rules, scroll. Tardiness. If you go into the rulebook, version 1.1, September 2017 is the edit we're using. Tardiness, 4.1. The playing team must field 5 players on time on the day of the official Prophecy Cup game. Penalties will apply for each game that is played in the series. 10 minutes late will make the team lose the first 3 bands of the game. 15 minutes late and the team will have to forfeit. Don't want to let them FF, but at the same time, and we do understand people have real life priorities, but at the same time, it's not fair to the other team that this team, show up 30 minutes late and they still have to, play. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait, what the heck? Is the lobby end? Question mark. You say you're the best, and I only want the best. Hold on, let me message my boss real quick.
Hey, Manny.
Yeah.
I just wanted to explain to you what's going on.
Okay.
So Joe was late too because his Ethernet was fucking up, and we agreed with Glacial that the timer wouldn't start for the penalties till 6:54 because that's when Joe finally got here. So they lose game 1.
Okay. So everyone, you just heard it from the man himself, Rimsky, the owner of Yeet Street. That's Design, hello?
Hey, Rimsky paid off Memoirs. Confirmed. In Maryland.
I think he paid off everybody else to block up the highway.
Yeah, it was really messed up, man. I can't believe Rimsky would do something like that. Starting it out there.
Hey, man. I mean, when you're rolling in all the money from the Proxy Cup ads, it makes sense that he can afford to pay people off. Corrupt Council. Remake. The Bolsheviks need to start revolting. It's okay, but anyway, so you guys just heard it. Game 1 is already going to be a forfeit, so Yeet Street's going to get that, which means they're guaranteed at least 1 point. Now, the question is, if it's the question now becomes if Yeet Street can take the second game and they can get the 2-0 for the week. Because, you know, 2-0s are always good, you know? Fun fact. Just interesting little tidbit for those who don't understand. By the way, I should probably post this just so people can have this to look at easily. I'm going to post it in chat real quick. So you can look along while I'm pulling up the stats, or not the stats, the thing. If you go to the standings tab. So Yeet Street, if they win this against Glacial Uprising, they're guaranteed 1 point, so they'll be at 10. They get the 2-0, puts them at 11, 9. Glacial Uprising would have to win their game, and Yeet Street would have to lose both of their last 2 games. One of those being against A2O Black, which I don't see them losing. Same thing with Team Spank Bank. I see them at least tying Spank Bank. We'll have to see. I'm getting re-invited. Hold up, wait a minute. Something went wrong. Oh, that's right. I forgot to restart my client. Because whenever you get kicked out of live, you have to restart your client because Riot's... Shout out to them. Great game, you know. Wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. Making my mama proud. I hate that you guys do this. Like, you guys feel the need to put your message in twice when it got caught by automod. Like, it's so annoying. I want to find a way that if you guys repeat a... I want to mess with Nightbots where if you guys repeat a message, it's just going to flag you for that. Because it gets so annoying. Because then I go to approve it, but you guys have already typed it out a second time. And now chat has duplicate messages in. Make sure you guys, by the way, if you haven't already, make sure go tell your friends, put it on the Snapchats that you kids use nowadays, the instant telegrams. Make sure everybody knows to come watch the Prophecy Cup if they want to watch some quality League of Legends. Who is it? Hold up, So Toxic. What? You can't shit talk people with misspellings. Wait a minute. That's not how that works, my friend. Alright. Looks like we're finally going to get into this. They're swapping sides for this. So it's going to be Yeet Street on the red side, Glacial Uprising on the blue side. I need to edit this to reflect that. Besides that, both teams are in here, so it looks like we're going to get underway with the second game of this best of 2, because the first game, as mentioned, was unfortunately a forfeit. But I mean, we do have standards we do have to uphold. That's your punishment if you don't meet them. It's unfortunate. Hey, shout out to Voltsy. Welcome to the community. If you're watching this, you the realest. Prophecy Cup, you are in. The first game, but you're after this. They're in Champions Select. I'm going to switch over to loading screen just because I'm sure everyone's tired of looking at the same static screen that they've been looking at for, you know. Switch over just so people can see chat now. R's coming in from everybody. And I think we're about to get it. Here it is. I want to put on the Korean, the bum bum bum, but no. Riot's going to, like, most definitely copyright claim me, or OGN will. We're back. Well, not we're back, but we're at it, boys. League of Legends. The game that unites, like, what is it? 3% of the world's population. We're finally getting into our game. Right off the bat, picking bans. Death Design is going to ban away Syndra from Charlie Smells. Game I casted earlier this week, Charlie went absolutely massive on that champion. I want to say he finished at, like, 8-1-8. This is absolutely disgusting, his numbers. It was like a 22-minute game. He went 8-1-8. Charlie Smells was a beast. Urgot going to be the next man towards Death Design. On the flip side, I saw him 2 weeks ago grinding kids left and right with those Urgot chains. So taking that away from him, definitely something I like seeing. Next thing is going to be Sejuani, one of Trier's main and his best comfort picks. Who's the second caster? There is no second caster. It's just me, myself, and I. Jin Morioka, can you please stop with... I'm about to ban that emote, the sloth emote. I don't know why, it just annoys me. Anyway, Poppy gonna be next ban, so 2 target bans at Death Design. Gonna be forcing him... They put this 3rd ban in him, they're gonna just be putting all the eggs in the Cuck, the top lane ban. But no, it's gonna be a Zac ban at Fizzy. Fizzy, that is his main jungler right there. It's most played on the season. Gonna be taking that away from him. He's played in every match except for one. I think he's played in. It's 100% pick ban for him. Let me say that because words. It's 100% pick ban. Every time it has not been banned, he has picked it, and he's put work in on that champion. The elastic slingshot, giving him insane ganks. It's just nice. Next, moving on. We're finally first pick is gonna be the Ornn for Death Design. He's been building a lot. I've been seeing him build a lot of like 80 bruiser Ornn top lane. It seems to be something that he likes. So, Trier next gonna pick Gragas, so he's gonna pick, you know, his 2nd tier pick. Sejuani get knocked off the table. Gragas still something perfectly suitable to pick in pretty much any team comp. Doesn't really give anything away, and it also allows them to secure the Tristana with the next pick. So Tristana, one of T-Crank's favorite AD carries to play. So far, these are both good picks for Yeet Street. Kiyoshi false stat. I apologize. Call me out on it if it makes you feel good. Yeah. Tristana gonna get picked up for T-Crank. Pretty good on that champion. Pretty good stuff. Also just incredibly strong. Rek'Sai instead gonna be locked in for Fizzy, one of his other champions that he likes to play. Just all of these are really, really familiar picks for all of these people. Everyone's getting comfort picks. Nothing too unorthodox for those who have watched Prophecy Cup for some time. All picks that you expect from these brave young summoners. Turn up my music. Master volume. Xin Zhao? You can't. Don't do it. You can't do it, Charlie. You're not allowed to. We've already made the rule. We already made the rule. New Xin Zhao. We're giving it a week. You're trolling. Oh, those know Xin Zhao got a nice little rework. And Veigar gonna get locked in. Slid his way left, right, up, down. Zero battery gonna get a hold of his former namesake. He used to be named Veigar. Gonna get a hold of this champion. We have to see how this goes.
Right.
Right indeed. Caitlyn gonna be knocked off the table. She won't have any. She won't be allowed to pair herself up with the gems.
Pathetic.
I think he just did that solely to pop up in my chat. Anyway, Talon gonna be banned away. Gonna be taking that away. Zed will be the next person to fall off the table. And let's see what this final pick ban is going to be. I want to say it's going to be a support ban. I want to say it's a support or a melee ban. Or Maokai, actually. So taking that away from Joe Sidon. Interesting that pretty much only the one ban at Charlie Smells. I feel like teams are starting to realize what Charlie Smells. He has such a deep champion pool. The only thing you pretty much can't, the only thing you just have to ban is Cinder because he's so proficient on it. Besides that, they just kind of like, you know what? I'm not even going to bother. And they just kind of let everything else slide its way through the cracks. Which is understandable. Jarvan, though. The Templar Demacia more than likely going to be going to that top lane. Could see it. It is there is some flex capabilities between the top lane and the mid lane for the Josidon and Trier with those two champions. Although I can't think off the top of my head of Trier having ever played Jarvan. But you know, there's a first time for everything. He might have some super secret Smurf he's practicing on. Malzahar could be a pickup for the mid lane. Very anti-mage right there, and it's gonna get locked in. So Malzahar gonna be the mid laner, gonna have that point and click suppress, which is actually real helpful against somebody like Tristana, because she doesn't matter where she is in that rocket jump, she gets caught by the nether grass, she flops right down, and she just gets destroyed by that, and it holds her in place. That's point and click hard CC, very strong thing against somebody as mobile as Tristana. Because see Charlie Smells busting out one of his very first picks. But no. Oh, he's going to lock in that TF. That's what I like to see right there. So real quick, going down these lineups, Death Design going to be locking in the Ornn. Fizzy in the jungle. Fizzy going to be in the jungle with the Rek'Sai. Shea Biz in the mid lane with the Malzahar. Steel at 80 carry with Xayah, and Manwar also in support with Taric. Meanwhile, Yeet Street has chosen the following 5 for their lineup. Jarvan is going to be manned by Jarvan the Fourth is going to be manned by Josidon. Trier is going to be on that Gragas. Twisted Fate in the mid lane with Charlie Smells. T-Crank at 80 carry with Tristana, and Veigar for 0 battery in the support role. I really like all of these matchups. TF, if he's taking Ignite, that is an absolute man of a decision right there. Like, that is a man of a decision. But we'll talk about that more once we get in-game, guys. I'm going to go do a quick pause real quick while we have this loading screen count down. And I'm just going to need you all to stick with me right quick. See you in a little bit. Hey guys, what's up? So we're going to be loading into the game right here as I make my way back. Loading screen's black for a little bit. Don't be scared. It just means we're going into loading screen. Pardon me, everybody. Went to this before I came on. I went to this place called Pluckers. If anyone's ever been there, it's like a chicken bar. I don't know if it's a chain or not. I believe it is here in Texas. I don't know. I haven't been in Texas long enough to know, but anyway, I've been there twice. I went there once for my birthday, and then we have somebody leaving the office. He's getting moved to a different office. He took up the offer. You know, good for him. Gonna move in. So we lost him. So we went out for his day. We went out for his last day. It was nice. It was fun. Anyway, here we go. Here we go. No? There we go. The League of Legends finally gonna open up real quick. Hope everyone's ready for this. I know I am. I've waited, you know, I've been sitting here bantering for like 30 minutes, but now I can stop that because I have some quality League of Legends before my eyes for me to cast. So if you're ready for this, give me a big old thumbs up. Hit me in the chat with hashtag YeetWin or hashtag GUWin. GU needs all the support they can get so they can try and bring this back and tie it to a 1-1. Yeet Street looking to get this 2-0 and then put themselves in a really good spot going in for trying to get these quarterfinals buys, playoffs. Turn off chat because that's not, unless it's paused, we're gonna keep chat off. Then we want to see what they're talking about. Emphasize that, just pretty standard. See if anyone got any sick dance moves. I'm not gonna do it, but you guys know this triggers me. If you've watched me cast for long enough, you know that is the one thing that triggers TF Gangnam Style. Triggers me to no end as people standing in the mid lane. But hey, we get over it. Adapt and overcome. And now the time has finally come. TSM coming out for T-Crack. TSM. And yeah, we're gonna have pretty standard starts. Fizzy gonna be opting to start at his Razor Beaks. He's gonna make it a little. He's gonna come at a little lower health. Gonna drink one of his potions a little sooner, but definitely puts him at the EXP advantage. That's worth. And he actually clears the camp about the same speed Gragas does, so he doesn't really lose out on too much. He just comes out ahead. Looking up here at the top lane, Death Design putting the smack on to Joe Siden's Jarvan the Fourth. I would say Joe Siden's Ornn. He's getting smacked by the Ornn. Yeah. Ornn is an interesting champion, though. Like, I don't know how I really want to feel about him yet. I haven't got to watch him enough, if that makes sense. Like, not like he's bad. I think he's just one of the champions where people haven't taken a big liking to him yet. We have to wait for Cutie Pie or somebody to come up with some cheesy-ass build, or like Professor Milk to put some shit out, and then everyone will like the champion. God, I miss Professor Milk. I love his videos. The Deathfire touch for the Malzahar. Okay. I personally like Storm Raiders on someone like Malzahar, because you know, for the late game ultis, you ult them, and then afterwards they try, in case they somehow can run away. And then at the same time, Malzahar doesn't really have anything to do once he chases, since he drops it all on you at once. And it's about to get dropped all on them all at once right here. Fizzy gonna come in from behind for this gank with a nice wraparound. Gonna get the knockoff on the zero, but he's doing everything in his can to power to stay alive. Manuel's gonna flash forward, get the first blood with the auto. No assist credit to Saya. Just Fizzy and Manuel's putting in the work. Secured kill for their team. TF, opting into a suboptimal trade. Now Death Side Joe up in the top lane, now drinking all his flash charges. As you were Joe has, Death Design now has a lot more trading potential. Or sustained potential. Because he still has his health potion, as well as having a Doran shield. That'll help us sustain us. Hello? I've been casting this whole time, and I have my mic muted. I feel like a fool. Surprised no one in chat said anything. Like, actually. My bad, guys. Anyway, back to casting. Ornn putting the pain on in the top lane, although Jarvan does have himself with a decent sized CS lead. Gonna get the stun right there, and then that's the one thing. For those who don't know, Veigar's E Event Horizon used to be instant. And we did not think there was a problem with this in League of Legends. Like, it wasn't until like Season 4 or 5 where they changed it to the 0.75 second delay. I just can't imagine a world where that was still a thing. That was around the same time they changed his Q to being a skill shot, if I remember correctly. Because his Q used to be going quick, too. But interesting thing in how this game has changed. Like, watching jungle picks the way jungling, like, the idea of starting at your, like, junglers starting at something other than a buff was a foreign concept for so long. Like, I don't know if people played back in, like, Season 2 when, I want to say the small camps all spawned about 10, 15, I want to say they spawned at, like, 125. No, this is back when minions spawned later. So I want to say it was 140, and then everything else spawned at 150 or 155. There was a 10-second difference. It was possible for you to, if you got a strong leash, you could do, your laners could help you kill wolves, and then you could go to blue buff, and no one would miss EXP, and you would just, you know, get a real good start. Camps also used to respawn a lot quicker. Gonna get caught right here, gonna get taken real low, gonna leap forward right there and force out the defensive heal from the side of Steel. Despite being down a kill, Yeet Street do find themselves up in terms of CS, or in terms of gold. That's due to the CS leads in all 3 of the lanes. Interesting. Charlie Smell's still holding his own pretty well here in this mid lane. On the different pick from him, the TF, definitely going to have some immaculate map pressure. It's actually going to have more since, you know, he'll be able to ult into a lane and then TP back to mid to help save a tower, and TF has no problem clearing away to pair with that either. Jarvan actually level 6, so he feels a little bit more zealous in these trades. Anyway, my apologies. Looking across all these lanes, let's take a look at gold real quick just to see how everyone's doing. Shouldn't be anything too much. Jarvan, big part with his about 200 CS lead, about 200 in the jungle, about 500 for the TF, thanks to his passive, amongst other things. Mid lane, or bottom lane, about 200 for the AD carry, and then about 300 for the supports. That's due to Tarek getting the first blood. Steal attempt is no good. Good job pulling it out from the wall right there, having good game sense. Sense of purpose. Definitely gonna have to see how that goes. Fizzy here, clearing out this red buff. Doing any and everything in his power. He has to be on the master emo because that's, you know, a necessary part of this. Word, mouth, speak. Apologize, guys. I'm a tad tired. After this, I'm going to be going to bed early tonight, so if anyone wants to hit me up, it's probably not going to work because I'm going to bed, like, super early because I have to wake up and do a 24-hour shift tomorrow. And ain't nobody got time for that. Yes. I don't... See, I'm tired. I just heard somebody talking in my head. Voices in my head. Anyway, you might hear the voices of a Detristana. This trade getting set up right here. Rek'Sai finally going to come over the wall after they get the Taric incredibly low. Now Fizzy's going to come in with the smite, do his best to close the gap, but it's not going to matter. Now back at the top lane, Death Sign Gonna pop the ult right there. Gonna have it come storming in, and he's gonna knock it back out on a tree. Gonna get the kill right there. Now Orange gonna try and flash over the wall. Fleeper's like he's gonna get real low on this trade. He actually has the TF coming in. He's gonna take him down. The 2v1 double kill. And now TF's finally gonna come in. Double buff secured, but holy cannoli. That should not happen. Now Glacial Uprising looking to see if they can make a play right here, knowing that they have the advantage across map. And they do. I mean, Zero Battery can't contest this on his own all too much. TF just now getting back to the mid lane, and this is already more than halfway done. And this is an Infernal Dragon, unless Jarvan wants to TP in for this. Invulnerability going to be popped right here to scare him off from any starts of a fight. Jarvan going to get suppressed right here, knocked up. Josiah knocked all the way, doing everything to jump out. It's not going to matter. T-Crick now finds his back against the wall. He's going to leap over. Looks like he wants to pop the blasting lane, but he's going to hold off, except to knock himself even further defensively. Looks like he wants to go back in. So that's going to definitely help even out this gold lead. It's almost dead even now. 14.6, 14.7, 14.8, 14.9, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. This gold lead is incredibly close. At this point, we're waiting for a longer or a larger skirmish between these two teams. That 2v1, I don't count that as a skirmish. My God, I actually think I'm going crazy. The amount of time that just goes silent. Yeah, I don't even know if Hubby will do. Honestly, I don't even know if I can do a push game. Like, I'm just really tired for some odd reason. Maybe it's because I ate that good food for dinner. I got the itis now. Looking at this bot lane, my apologies. Once again, I just zoned out. Tristana finds herself with a 15 CS lead. That's about 1 kill. Helps balance out her the deaths that have happened in her lane. Keep her as even with her opponent as possible. However, Tarek's assist can't really be calculated for as well. Because here, Veigar put the Event Horizon up to stave off any sorts of fights. But he's going to get stunned up right here. It looks like a 2v2 little trade going on. That's Design doing everything he can to stay alive. It's great. Doing great things for great people. I say Dace Design, I meant to say Charlie Snows, or Shape is one of those two. Do I need someone to cast with me? If somebody wants to cast with me, it's really hard. Because it is a slower game. Like, it's really hard for me to try and fill the void. And then also, like I said, I need someone else to help me keep me engaged in the conversation. Fight going to be starting up right here. Greg's making his way down. Tristana going to be leaping over, trying to turn this on the AD carry. Going to actually knock the AD carry away. Veigar ulti not even going to matter. They're going to delete that champion so quick. Veigar ulti is consumed, so actually it did make a difference. But yeah. TF actually going to get his ulti stopped as he channels in. The gold cards keep going, so he's going to stun him right here. Stop it up. And he has the E ready, but he's going to... Good ulti cancel right there from the Malzahar onto the Twisted Fate. Keeping him at bay, teaching him who's the captain now. And captains, looking at the top lane, Death's Design is looking like a captain. With all that gold in those components he has for his... that gold and all those components he had for his top lane items that he likes to build. Compared to, he has 2 components, major components, compared to the 1 major component of his counterpart. Yeah, Rob Boss. I was supposed to have a partner, but they did like my dad, and they left for cigarettes and didn't come back. And then the other partner did that as well. So I decided, know what that means? The world went to a solo cast.
Hey, Manny.
Hey, what is up, my dude? You spectating this game?
Yeah, I'm loading up the game right now to spectate.
Alright, you pulled it up on op.gg?
Oh, no, I was just pulling up through the client.
Prophecy Cup, check description. What's in our description? Disc? You talking about Discord? Oh, I thought you meant description. My bad. Hold up. Fizzy coming down right here. Gonna cast T-Crank onto a ward. Shoot out that Pracer. You're gonna get the knock on as Tristana tries to run away. Gonna put some serious damage, but Tristana is doing a good job at going back. Despite not having the red buff, she is putting a lot of pain onto him. Gonna make him think twice before he wants to step into her area.
Alright, just checking I'm at the right time. 13:30.
39.
1340 right now.
Hold up. Team fight coming on. They're going to flash all onto this Veigar right here. He's going to have nowhere to run. No attempt to run. Zaya going to take the kill credit right there. Now sitting at 2-0. Tristana's still sitting down here trying to whittle away at these people. She has to avoid the stun, and she does. Still, there's a dangerous scenario for her to be in. She's in a 1v3. She needs to just back off. You're in a 1v3. For the TP coming in from the mid lane. TF looking to make his presence known down here with the gold cards.
Alright, looks like I'm a few seconds ahead of you.
Just a little bit. Gonna get caught right there with Ornn ulti. Gonna get knocked back. He's gonna come from behind right here. Jarvan flashing out. Yeah. Hold up. What game time are you at?
Just passing 14:30.
Okay, so let me try and speed up, get in time with you. I really wish Riot made it easier for us to sync up.
Yeah. We can just if you just want to, you can just do the play-by-play.
Alright. Yeah. It's probably better for me to do play-by-play since, I'm the live part. I'm the one that's broadcasting, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yep, that's good.
Yeah. Also, I don't know how to color cast.
So right now we're still like almost in a dead even game.
Despite the kill differential, again, these farm leads these players have.
And TF's just also giving them the lead.
Oh yeah, through his passive allowing him to be ahead of his lane counterpart by a substantial amount.
Ornn's just
TF's almost up almost 1,100 gold over this Malzahar, partly due to his passive, but then also partly due to the farm lead he has. Because if we look at his passive, it's only given him. Oh, it doesn't let us see anymore, darn.
Yeah. What we are seeing is Ornn's like almost lapping Joside and right now currently in top lane after that double kill. Joside's still playing aggressive though.
Yeah, still playing really aggressive. That corrupting potion is not giving him the damage I think he thinks it is. Or he's not
looking at bot lane.
Bot lane thing is getting a little chaotic as everyone starts to bounce around one another. Fighting for this ward right here, control of vision is something very important in the lane, but not something you want to lose your life over all the time. Veigar gonna land the stun. Gonna throw the Q out. Tristana gonna pound away some autos. Veigar gonna hit by the stun, and now it's the AD carries as well as the Gragas making his way down. They're gonna back off as they see this jungler, but they're still gonna look for this. They're gonna look for this dive. Rek'Sai sitting off the wing, so we could see a 3v3 erupt down here, depending on how these waves in this tower shapes up. T-Crank
teleports up from the top lane.
We could have a full-on 4v4 Clown Fiesta. TF could even make us. Everyone can make their way down to this party. Actually, we can have a 5-on-5 if we want. Tristana gonna catch the tower. Now we're gonna see this fight going. Trier's gonna come in. First TP is both TPs are gonna come in. Jarvan's gonna do his best to try and stop Ornn, but it's not gonna matter. Now we have a full 5-on-4. Red team finds themselves in this area. The team fight's all over the place. Real split up. TF on the top side away from his team. Zero battery taking a lot of damage from Death Design. Trier gonna get ulted by the Malzahar, and he's just gonna flee over the wall. Tristana kiting away from Death Design, and no one's died so far. Jarvan's still in his top lane pushing.
Disengage.
Definitely. They realized that the team fight, once they saw 2 TPs and they saw Jarvan, his TP just now is up, but he didn't have it in time. They realized they couldn't fight this fight due to numbers, and they did a pretty good job of peeling away. People split up, and then the side of the blue team, Glacial Uprising, they split up as well in forts instead of focusing on one sole objective or one sole person to take down, and this resulted in, with enough flashes and enough rocket jumps, they were able to get out.
Yeah, so in that fight, Glacial lost the Zai Flash, Rek'Sai Flash, and Ornn Teleport for summoners in that fight. Also, Malzahar TP. So right now, I think Yeet Street has more global pressure because they have Joe Sidens with teleports up. TF ult's about halfway up from being back up, and then his teleport's almost back up. So they can almost dominate and probably take a mid tower here and maybe pressure Dragon following that.
Yeah, it looks like they're already Tristana and Veigar their teammate the call for them to come up to the mid lane. Rift Hero are going to be despawning about a minute or so. We haven't seen anyone look at it. What we have seen is this Ornn get looked at, and then we've seen him fall down to his knees because he's going to go down. Zero battery taking the kill credit here. And now with this numbers advantage, they can look to push in this mid lane. TF has the gold card ready to stave off any naysayers. Doesn't even care about the little minions from Malzahar.
And Yeet Street will take the mid tower.
Yeah. Now that's
and they're rotating
tower.
drag now.
Second dragon of the game. Tristana's gonna be jumping forward right here. Real tough from this AD carry. Rough tough. Still gonna get the kill thanks to Veigar and the Gragas. Trier kill credit.
Trier's KDA. Oh.
Padding those stats for your jungler right there. And now, actually, taking down that 80 carry is going to make it real tough for them to want to try and do any sort of skirmishing or fighting around this. Because Xayah would bring most of the consistent damage in any sort of fight right now.
Trier. Charlie Smells going in.
I'm going to go down right here. Not going to see Fizzy living. God, I hate that screech. Like, why can't you just die like a normal champion?
Oh, because it's a rock monster.
A rock monster? No, she reminds... My bad, go ahead.
Yeah, Rek'Sai's just a rock monster.
She kind of reminds me of the things from Avatar. Hold up, they only have like 20 seconds. There's the hard the Last Airbender.
Oh, not the blue people, okay.
Yeah, no. And the cartoon, not, you know, the movie that didn't actually happen. So they're fighting them around this, but it seems like they're going to make the smart decision to keep going for this. I'm happy they didn't let them get split up in the hard restart stop.
Orange Flash, gone.
Yeah, Ornn right here, going to try and all do his best to knock people out. He's actually going to bounce out, knock out some people. Going to get T-Tech really low, but it's not going to matter. Death's Design still going to go down, and now Grax is going to summon this up with his big, meaty hands. They're going to look for the top lane.
Trade top and bot lane. Oh, never mind. TF comes down.
TF going to come down, and TF just has to clear off the wave and force out the ulti. He's good.
Yeet Street's wave clear is just so incredible this game with the Tristana and Twisted Fate. They're just going to be able to break any siege. I feel that Glacial Uprising is going to be able to try and do.
Death's flashes, people questioning his flashing he's done this game. Tristana pounding away at this tower, accidentally taking a shot.
And if we look bot lane, Twisted Fate's already pushed Xayah to force the back, so he might be able to push this into tower down here. So he could be seeing a mid tower go down and a bottom lane tower go down. Yeah,
Yeet Street really good. When they start pushing, Yeet Street just kind of... It's weird. They'll set up the map in a position where they'll knock down like 3 towers in rapid succession. They have all the outer towers. They were looking to get that mid tower, but now the bottom lane inner tower as well. They wanted to rotate down there. They could put some hits on that.
If we want to look at itemization right now, Twisted Fate just hit a power spike in his Lich Bane.
Oh shoot, he did. He just hit that second 2-item power spike right there. Gonna make his gold card any of his cards start to really pack a punch.
So be ready to see the 2 shots on Xayah's.
I wonder if Charlie Smells is the type of TF player that likes to build rapid fire cannon.
We could see it happening.
Because Froggen, for example, is somebody that likes to do it. I've seen Bjergsen do it as well because it gives you the really long range gold card.
It lets you hit the back line without putting yourself out of position. And that will allow now range Malzahar if he does build the rapid fire cannon.
Definitely. Right, hold real quick. Gonna use the latrine or bathroom.
All right. Currently, right now, we see a lot of Glacial Uprising just challenging vision. Ooh, Tristana's gonna get caught out, and she's gonna get away. Fizzy flashing that champion mastery. Currently, we just seeing the game kind of stall out right now. Seems like people are getting back on their gold grinds. Looking like Twisted Fate's going to be pushing bot lane. Josiah's going to keep sustaining top lane. We're going to see the mid lane. We're going to see Xayah getting caught out. Xayah's going to burn ult. And she is also out. Alright, Gragas coming in. We might see a fight mid. Josiah rotating from river, Ornn rotating from blue buff top side.
TF is still within range of his ultimate, so this could be our first full 5-on-5 team fight busting out right here. This is around the time the game would happen. Jarvan gonna be finally coming in right here. TF gonna finally come in with the ult. They're gonna collapse on the one person, delete the Malzahar. Now Tristana's gonna leap forward. Jarvan does lose his life for this, and now T-Crank finds us up in an awkward position with the Ornn on top of him. Gonna use that early QSS that he bought. Clutch item right there, but then Fizzy's gonna come on the wall. Flash knock him up. Tristana has the exhaust on her. TF cannot be displaced, or Rek'Sai cannot be displaced. Still gonna get killed. This is a 2-for-1 so far. Ornn flashing away, Tristana leaping after him. TF with this gold card, gonna land it on to the Xayah. Gonna just zero battery, gonna ult.
The Vygar.
Yep, and there it is right there. That's gonna end up being a 4-for-1 as Tristana gets the kill on Ornn after Vygar gets the kill on the Xayah.
What do you think the implications of that fight's gonna be? Do you think they're going Nope. Actually,
They're gonna
looks
go
like
for this
Arnis is
Baron.
going straight to Baron.
They're gonna go for this Baron, and I 100% agree with this call right here. Like, Rek'Sai won't be able to get back into position. Jarvan recalling and then TPing back in is really good because now he can tank this, and he also has the Black Cleaver now. Just don't die, Trier.
Trier. Alright, good. His KDA saved.
Coming. And yeah, Veigar's just gonna stand over here to put down the event horizon in the event of any zoning needed, but don't even need that. They're good.
So now with the dragon, the next dragon being Infernal, we're going to most likely see the teams playing towards the bottom side of the map.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since Yeet Street has such a strong wave top lane currently.
Yeah, definitely. But on the same side, I'm interested on... Okay, never mind. I was going to say because Yeet Street also has that tower incredibly low on the top side. So I wonder if would they prioritize the tower over the Infernal? So, because Yeet Street, I feel like at this point...
Well, they could just send Twisted Fate top lane with
Yeah.
both his teleports. He can pressure the top lane with Baron Bruff to take down that tower while they still maintain dragon pressure.
Yeah, definitely. Because I feel like Yeet Street, even with the 4v5, has enough of like... They have enough muscle to flex that they can stave them off from just fully engaging a dragon 4v5. But it looks like that's what's going to happen right here. Xayah recalling. They don't actually have any vision of this. Bad idea to kill the ward because it gives vision, but it doesn't matter because they end up picking it up anyway. Second Ocean Dragon is huge.
Oh, that was an Ocean Dragon. On my screen was saying an Infernal for some reason.
Well, it shows Infernal at the top of the thing. Hold up. Let me look on them because it might just be bugged. You're right. Yeah,
it was an Ocean Drake.
I think my screen showed an Infernal too. That's why I didn't say anything.
Alright, we're seeing that Twisted Fate teleporting top to pressure it with the Baron buff.
Mm-hmm.
Warden's coming from behind mid lane though. We could see a fight.
Mm-hmm. Gonna have the stun coming out trying to stave this Taric off and leave just the Ornn by himself. Yeah, TF still on the top side, Jarvan on the bottom side. Yeet Street actually just gonna completely get out of this with that 3-man group. Really weak fight attempt right there.
Twisted Fate will take the top lane tower. Jarvan looks like he's going to take the bottom lane tower.
Mm-hmm. And
you could see Twisted Fate getting caught out here though. He might have to burn his ult. Never mind. Veigar's looking to push zone and door.
Yeah, right here, Tristana gonna set too far forward. Gonna use the cleanse to get out of this fight, right? Get out of this Malzahar ulti, and now that's down for this fight. But then she also doesn't have the QSS to deal with anything else, like say the Ornn brittle, or the stun from Taric. And now Jarvan gonna get knocked up right here. Gold card gonna be used onto somebody somewhere in the world where there's a hero. Where there's a problem, there's a hero to save it, and that hero might have to be Xayah right here. Veigar gonna come in, use a lot of damage down onto Fizzy, gonna bring him to about a third of his health pool, and they're just gonna keep pushing him with this next wave coming in right behind. Baroned up minions, they don't care. Gonna pop the Talisman of Ascension, run forward, do everything they can to stave them off. Get real hard engaged, but they don't even care about the fight. They just care about the inhib. They can take the fight after, which is what they might want to do. Joe Simon gonna go for it with the runs. They're gonna actually get a jump away right here, get the inhib so low, and this might be the fight that Glacial Uprising looking for. Tristana's gonna be the first person down right here. Now Fizzy on the backside. Charlie Smell's gonna take this kill. Although they use two ultis right there. Don't think they need to use both of those. And Ornn still, they look like they still want to keep going. They're gonna try and go on the Ornn, get the stun. They need to back off. And that is a great fight for Glacial Uprising. Going 1-for-1 when you're down so much and stopping the inhib, that's the perfect example right there for everyone watching of there's sometimes moments in League of Legends where you just got to hit the trigger. You got to pull the trigger. You just got to go for it, right? And that was one of those moments. Like, they realized... Go ahead.
They could realize they could re-engage in that fight and at least take one person down. They almost got a second person out with the Ornn.
But more importantly, I want to talk about the timing. Like, they did it at... Like, sometimes I'll see people... They'll go too early into it. They'll go too late after the inhib's down. They went at the perfect timing. The inhib is still alive, and they were able to stave off and get an even fight in their favor, which lets them know it is possible for them. Granted, the setup on that was some misplay from Yeet, but they got an even fight and saved their inhib.
Yeah. This could still be Glacial Uprising's game if we're looking towards the point of the game we're at. All they need to do is blow up either the Tristana or the Twisted Fate, and we could very much see a just swing in the games match. Because now we're at the time where spawn timer is going to be very long, and maybe if they win 2 fights right in a row, they could back-to-back just push right in that mid lane where it's weakest.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But remember, for comeback. They're gonna have to put Glacial's gonna have to push through 3 towers mid lane. It's gonna be very difficult, and they don't have a very super strong wave clear.
Gonna get the knockup right here onto Trie. Ornn gonna send the ulti out, and then he's gonna bounce it back out. Gonna get the knockup onto our boy Greg. He's gonna do everything in his power to pop his shield and everything to stay alive. Gonna get real big, but Trie, you are gonna have your demise. Glacial Uprising picking up that kill on the jungle. The question is, what do they do now? There's the whole 1-3-1 that Yeet has going on. And the question is, do they go for the fight or do they send someone to stop? Yeet's doing a pretty good job at stopping them from doing anything. Whoa, Trie leaping forward right there. Might be able to pick up the skill on the man wall. He is. Nice explosion. And now we find...
Bottom lane inhibitor will go down.
Zero battery.
Top lane tower going down.
They're still going. Yeet Street needs to... Yeet Street is just running Glacial Uprising around this map.
Well, it's just a combination of multiple teleports and able to reposition. Ooh, we might see Malzahar go down here.
He is. That 100%. Charlie Smells on a killing spree. And now in this mid lane.
Go down.
Gonna finally pick that up. T-Crank gonna destroy the inhib. And now TF flashing forward with that gold card. Shine bright like a diamond right onto Steel's face. Getting that kill credit. And they're looking to end the game right here. Both carriers are down for 30-something more seconds. They can end this game.
They can easily close this out.
Gonna get the knockup right here on it. That's design. Gonna send out his ulti as he flees. Gonna come back in. Gonna knock it back out. But they need to just focus on the towers first. Inhib tower's gonna go down right here. T-Crank doing his best to kite. Gonna get knocked up. Gonna have the stun coming in. Fizzy gonna go into his ulti. Leap out onto somebody. He's doing his best to keep alive. Take someone down with him. But Zero Battery gonna go into killing spree. And now we're just gonna see Yeet Street charging forward. Death Design might be the next target right here. He's gonna get stunned up by Zero Battery. Gonna get knocked into the team with that ulti right there. Charlie Smells is unstoppable. This man is an absolute monster this game. Tristana pounding away at this tower. She's eating through these things. Now we're gonna have the ulti getting popped and vulnerability for Tarek and his team. But that's not at the proper timing. Suppressed on the Jarvan. That'd be one person. Now we're gonna see actually T-Craig getting real low. He's gonna hop out as he has the slow from Malzahar, and this might be Yeet Street having to just back it off. T-Crank and his team are not going to end the game right here unless Charlie Smells. He's sitting here with this gold card like he wants to do something.
He's got your rapid fire cannon, so he's got the range.
I'm sorry for yelling into the mic, guys. I don't mean to. I can turn down the gain on my microphone some if that helps a little bit. I get happy and excited when I cast.
Now that he's got an Infernal Dragon.
Yeah, that's...
Baron is live, so we keep looking at that now as the prime objective for closing out the game.
Yeah, that's... I think this pretty much game is already set at this point. 3 inhibs down. All the towers are gone. You have no towers. They actually don't have...
Let me tell you. Glacial Uprising still has a chance of winning here.
What?
It's very minute, but they could... In the slightest chance, if there's a team fight mistake, they could win this. However, if they leave base, they still have to worry about Charlie Smells teleporting in with the TF and just...
If somebody has a heart attack on the side of Yeet Street, like, look at this, like...
Okay.
Look at these build, like... Okay, one thing I want to talk about is Fizzy. I disagree with him getting the Titanic Hydra. I feel like you have to realize you're not doing damage this game. You have to cut your losses, and you have to just build everything around Xayah. Like, get a Knight's Vow or something to attach to that Xayah, and just do everything you can to support that woman in her conquest to carry. Hello?
What? Oh, sorry. I was watching the game.
Okay, yeah, I was saying...
I thought you were going to continue on the analyst of the Titanic Hydra.
Yeah, like, I feel like Titanic Hydra is not an optimal build. Yeet's going to pick up this Baron right here, and that's going to be game, because even if you can stop them, Zero Battery just going to zone them off right here. Guarantee he can't even attempt to smite steal. And now TF's going to collapse in to... I'm not sure where TF's going with this ulti. I think he just popped it for the vision purposes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wait. We see him bot lane.
No balls. He won't. Oh my god, that gold card on the Tarek is nasty.
Alright. We're seeing the Vigar.
Maybe this might be the final fight right here. Ornn gonna send out his ulti, gonna have the Tarek ulti doing his best. Xayah's not gonna stay alive, and now we're just gonna see Death Design doing everything he can to kill Zero Battery, but it's not gonna matter. They're just so far ahead. 17,000 gold. And now we have Shea Bizla burst the world. Tristana jumping forward in this right here as they ravage through this Nexus is going to be GG. Going to have the 2-0 going to Yeet Street and just some more immaculate, as someone talked about, the macro of this team.
Beautiful macro play coming out of Yeet Street right there. And honestly, MVP should probably go to Charlie Smells for just being able to pressure both side lanes as team fights were breaking out.
Yeah, that was...
It seemed like they were never losing in trades.
Also, Yeet Street as a whole, they knew how to play, though. They knew how to play on the line real quick because, like, they knew how to not pull too far back to where Glacial Uprising would be like, all right, we can push, or all right, we're just going to recall. They knew how to keep it to where it seemed like Glacial Uprising would have a fight chance and they would stay there trying to start a fight. But at the same time, they knew how to disengage and stay far enough back that Glacial Uprising could not start a fight, and that could allow for this 1-3-1 to be executed well.
Exactly. And they just kept the pressure on even when they were disengaging fights. Well.
So that's going to be GG right there. Yeah, going to have the 2-0 coming out for the side of Yeet Street. Another well-fought match from them. Well, we only got to see one game because the first game was unfortunately a forfeit, but nonetheless, good stuff going on right there. Doing great things.
First game was a forfeit.
Yeah, the first game was a forfeit. Because, what's it called? Their team showed up late.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's that. See if anyone wants to do an interview.
I can pop in real quick. All right, put Trie in here for an interview.
Put him in, coach. All right.
There we go. Welcome to the interview, Trie.
What's up?
On your beautiful game, riding your KD up, how do you feel coming out of that game, Trie?
Well, I had 2 deaths, so my
garbage.
KD can actually go down a little, sadly.
Sadly.
But overall, it was a pretty good game. We had the tempo after 5 minutes on, and our gold lead grew very, very quickly, as you guys can probably see, because of that.
I like that solid analysis. Our gold grew really quickly, as you can see. But my question is, so Yeet Street, you guys have 2 matches left, if I'm not mistaken, yes?
Correct. Black and TSB.
Oh, you can't just call them that, man. But yeah, they have a game against A2O Black, which is going to be Saturday, September 30th at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And then against Team Spank Bank, Monday, October 2nd at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys, this win will put you at 11 points and in sole control of first place. How does that put you guys going into these last 2 matches trying to secure this quarterfinals bye?
It really depends. We control our own destiny against TSB. If Outbreak wins out, I think they'll get the #1 seed. So it's going to really come down to TSB versus us. If I think Outbreak and TSB play this weekend, so that's actually a really, really big game for the top 3 teams.
Outbreak has, yeah, they have to play TSB Sunday. They're playing TSB Sunday, October 1st, 10:30 Eastern Daylight Time. So that's going to be pretty late.
Yeah, that is going to control a lot of the top of the standings, that game.
Yeah, because we have, before this, we had a 4-way tie for first place in terms of points, which is insane for me to think. But we had 2 teams with 2 games left to play. Now Glacial Uprising only has 1 game left. They pretty much can't get the bye at this point anymore. They can still secure themselves a playoff spot, but not a bye.
I think they already secured themselves a playoff spot.
Yeah, everyone, all 4 of you have the playoff spot secure, but I'm more so talking about getting that first round bye at this point, being able to have a whole best of series to watch on the other team.
Correct. Yeah, the bye's important. If we would like the bye, we know its value, especially, you know, we have a lot of picks up our sleeves, as I think that was the first TF game we've ever brought out, and there's many more of those picks to come, so we don't like to show as many of those picks, but we thought this game was important to win, so we brought it out.
So Trey, when will we get to see your beautiful Nidalee in this tournament?
Ban out all my tanks, and then I have some other things up my sleeve.
All right, I can't wait to see the Nidalee.
All our champ pools are quite massive, so I'm not too worried about anything. We can play multiple styles. But yeah, so it was pretty good overall. They got a good lead early game in that early gank. It was called out, but I guess the bot lane thought they could get out of it, but they were punished for it. But other than that, I think we had pretty good control. Then Death Design had that 2v2VO, which was a miscommunication between Joe and I. I thought he had enough mana for ult. He didn't have enough mana for ult, and that's what turned that around. So that's some in-depth analysis for the first 5 minutes there.
All right, well, beautiful game. Love seeing you guys play, and guess we're ready to finish off for tonight, right, Manny?
Yeah, I mean, unless you have any more questions, or you want to shout out to any of your sponsors, like, you know, G Fuel or Gunners.
All right, shout out to my sponsor, Hotshot GG. Still waiting for my response on my contract I've sent out for the 6th time this week. Aside from that, just drink more G2 Fuel.
G2 Fuel right there. Don't forget to wear your Gunners gamer glasses and Control Freaks.
Day without them.
Control Freaks.
Manny, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Going in the playoffs, there's some pretty damn good teams. So what do you think's going to happen there?
My Tame Manatees are going to win.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Oh, my God. Anyway.
I still think there's a comeback for Yeet Street.
All the teams play different styles. I think it's going to be interesting because GLUP plays very, like, disorganized, I guess, but it's kind of hard to play against. And then TSB will just dive you regardless of the situation, and Outbreak plays through their solo lanes, and plays through their bottom.
Outbreak has literally shot through the standings from... They were in last place at one point, and now they find themselves tied for first.
Yeah, they're really good at macro. We played them last week-ish. Their macro play has become very, very solid. They might be the best macro team in the league.
I want to see their macro versus your macro, but we're going to have to wait for playoffs for that right there. Feels bad, man.
Yep. Hopefully it all goes well. Playoffs are soon, so we're just prepping.
Once again, I thank you for coming in the interview. Congrats on your win for the night, and I'm going to drag you back here with your team.
Yep, I can just move myself.
No, I have the power. Anyway,
all right.
Besides that, pretty much going to wrap it up here for the night, guys. Once again, everyone that tuned in, I believe it was 34 of you is what I saw at peak. Thank you for tuning in for this. And we're working on it. Escapist is going to be playing a big part in it, but we're going to be getting the VODs up for everything on the YouTube channel because Twitch deletes VODs after 2 weeks. And we want you guys to be able to come back and refer to these games whenever you see fit. So that's an ongoing process. Thank you for coming in and saving me because I was a very resident sleeper stream.
No, it's no problem, man. It's a little awkward streaming because I came in so late, but next time I'll try to see if I can catch it a little bit earlier for you.
Better late than never, but...
Better late than never. That is true.
But never late is better. But anyway, like I said, we're going to wrap this up for the night. Make sure you follow the Prophecy Cup and Prophecy Cup 2 channels. Go to our subreddit. I believe we have a Twitter page as well, and just make sure you're following us across all fronts. You can always keep up to date on what is going to be the successor to the EU LCS, and that's falling apart as we talked about earlier. But besides that, anyway, my name is MannyorSonny. Oh, go ahead.
Make sure you tweet at LOL Prophecy Cup.
LOL Prophecy Cup.
I think we'll win.
We need to make that LOL Prophecy Cup. But anyway, guys, thank you all once again for tuning in. My name is MannyorSonny. I want each and every one of you to stay